Hi. Welcome to Reddit Max. Please remember to subscribe and click the notification bell. Today's topic asks if this stepdad is an a-hole. Which we think he definitely is. Am I the a-hole for telling my stepdaughter to stop using period products in the bathroom she shares with my teenage sons? I have been living with my new wife and stepdaughter for about 6 months now. She's 19, almost 20, and I have 3 sons aged 18, 16 and 15. She's a really good kid and she's a good influence on my sons. I really enjoy having her around. My wife and her daughter moved into my house and sold theirs. My stepdaughter's father isn't present in her life, nor is my son's mother. All 4 children share a bathroom. My sons have never lived for a long period of time with a woman, nor have any of them had long-term girlfriends. They had short visitation periods when they were younger but never longer than an hour, so living with 2 women has been unusual for them. My eldest son, 18, came to me last week and told me that his stepsister disposes of her used sanitary products in the trash can they share, but doesn't use toilet roll or sandwich bags to disguise what they are, and it makes him uncomfortable, which I think is reasonable. My sons are teenage boys and don't want to see their stepsister's period products on full display. A few nights ago I went into the kitchen to grab a snack and she was there doing some work for university. My wife had mentioned that she knew she was on her period, so I took it as an opportunity to have a word with her. I told her my sons were uncomfortable and asked her if she'd mind putting her used products in diaper bags or flushing them down the toilet. She laughed and told me it was rich coming from a man who sheds like a gorilla and has produced 3 skid-marking sons, which I thought was just an unnecessary attack. I've been nothing but nice to the girl and it's hardly a comparison. My sons shouldn't be subjected to her unhygienic products if it makes them uncomfortable. She went on to lecture me about how tampons can't be flushed and that it's bad for the environment if she uses diaper bags for everyone, which I think is just an excuse. I called her a scruff and told her that this was my house and that what I say goes. I later asked my wife if she could have a word with her and she told me I was being ridiculous and that her daughter has had her period for 10 years and knows what she's doing. When I told her it was making my sons uncomfortable, she said my sons needed to get a grip and turned over and went to sleep. This is a genuine issue to me and she didn't care enough to have a discussion about it. I asked my stepdaughter again in the morning and she did the same as her mother, completely dismissed it. Both of them have told me to stop being so silly, but I don't see how I'm being unreasonable when it makes my sons uncomfortable. Am I the a-hole? You're the a-hole. Sorry, but what? I'm a guy and realize this is ridiculous. You need to help yourself and your sons become better men and accept that it's a natural process. Are you uncomfortable with your wife's use of the same? I assume not, so teach your sons to be better. He said in his replies that she wraps the pads, tampons in the packaging before throwing them away. So the sons can't even see any blood. And the garbage bin has a lid. This is beyond ridiculous. I'm not surprised the stepdaughter snapped. Trash cans with lids are clutch if you have dogs, but I think Op is still going to be triggered if his dear boys have to see a scrap of tampon wrapper when they open the lid to throw away something. It's a good thing his stepdaughter is 19 and not 9. She might have listened to him, and then he would have had to reprimand her for ruining his plumbing. She's doing them a favor by treating them like mature human males who can handle the fact that women have periods. This is something they need to come to terms with now so they don't act like childish jerks when they have a girlfriend, wife, or daughter of their own. In fact, I think they should have to buy products for her just to get over their supposed fear of periods. And make them take the bathroom trash out. I promise it won't hurt them. Oh. You're the a-hole for vilifying a woman's basic bodily functions. Shaming his new stepdaughter for her periods is bad. Not teaching his own sons to take it in stride is bad. And yes, body hair is analogous. Not wiping one's bum properly is disgusting, whatever gender. WFT? Be a better dad to your sons to start. Wait, what? From just reading the post, I thought maybe she was just laying them open, blood up, in an open trash can. But she's wrapping them in the package in a trash can with lid. This is just ridiculous. You're the a-hole, and you should be thanking your lucky stars, and your wallet, and the plumbing gods, that she's not agreeing with you to flush her products. Hey, how about instead of shaming your stepdaughter for a natural function, you teach your sons all about natural body functions, and how it's nothing to be grossed out about. Help make them better men, and then if they ever do get married they'll be better husbands. Or, keep doing what you're doing and then wonder why your second marriage crumbled, and why your daughters-in-law keep complaining about what jerks your sons are. Yep, you're the a-hole. Also, flushing those products down the toilet will block the toilet too, which I'm sure you'll be thrilled about when you have to pay for the plumber to come out to your house. If you want to raise upstanding sons, raise them with the knowledge that periods are normal and not something to shame her for. They are the ones being immature by making a fuss. She's wrapping them up and putting them in the bin like she should. Listen to your damn wife, and stop trying to mansplain how to handle periods. The fact is you don't know how to handle periods, or period products. Educate yourself. Read a book or listen to your wife, without dismissing her experience, before lecturing your stepdaughter on something you obviously know nothing about. His daughter should start flushing them down the toilet so that nobody has to see them. Then all that he has to do is pay for a plumber once a month. I disagree. His stepdaughter, and his wife for that matter, should honor his reasonable request and start flushing all of their products down the toilet. Then post the outcome to r/malicious compliance. You're the a-hole. How about you have a talk with your sons about periods instead of trying to shame a woman for bleeding? You're the a-hole. She threw them in the garbage where they belong. What do you think is going to happen if your sons marry a woman? Are they going to ask their wives to hide something they cannot control? For F's sake? You're the a-hole. Why don't you build a menstrual hut in the backyard? You're the a-hole. Your sons are way too old to be such sensitive little babies about a natural part of life. You shouldn't be encouraging their idiocy. Even if they are all gay and will never date a woman, they should still understand this as part of life. It's her bathroom too. Tampons are ready to be thrown out on their own. They don't need to be covered, and it's worse for the environment to do so. How is this even a debate? Tell your kids to grow the F up and stop making their stepsister feel weird about a natural part of life. You're the a-hole. No, it is not reasonable to be disturbed by period products that are in a trash can. It's not like she's finger painting on the wall with her period blood. She's just disposing of her menstrual products. Your sons need to grow up. I understand their discomfort because they're young and not used to living with women. But what on earth is your excuse? And why would you want to encourage your sons to remain immature and childish about this? You're also incredibly ignorant for suggesting that she should flush them. Menstrual products are never supposed to be flushed. You're the a-hole. Geez. Assuming they're straight, your sons will theoretically live with a woman in the future. They need to get over that now. And she's right. You're not supposed to flush products. But this is something women have to deal with, so you can all get over it. I could see perhaps asking her to wrap them in toilet paper first, if she's just tossing them unwrapped. Or if she's using pads, to wrap them in the wrapper of the new one. Or get a trash can with a lid. That would be the least wasteful option. But that's not what you asked. You wanted her to use diaper bags or flush them. Also, you're my house, my rules attitude is pretty much the opposite of welcoming to your wife and stepdaughter. It makes it clear you don't consider them a part of your family, really. You're the a-hole. I read the comments. She isn't being unhygienic. She's wrapping them up in the packaging and you said you have a trash can with a lid. So essentially what you're saying is that you have two teenage boys that are so sensitive, they can't bear to see a wrapped up tampon in a wrapper when they pop the lid open to drop in a Stradex pad twice a day. Really? They're that squeamish? That makes them a-holes, too. I don't care what she said back to you when you made an unreasonable request while she's uncomfortable and in pain. It was well in line. You would have gotten worse from me. In the future, my advice, unless she starts painting a mural on the bathroom wall with her blood, you don't get to comment. So shut the F up. This is one thing you don't get to mansplain about to a grown woman. Used sanitary items in a bin is no more unhygienic than a snotty tissue or a band-aid. It was in the bin, not on the floor. Teach your sons that periods aren't some disgusting taboo that should be kept out of sight. It's more than likely that at least once in their life they'll share a bed with a woman who gets her period during her sleep. How do you think they would handle that? What about doing laundry and stumbling upon a pair of knickers with a touch of spotting? Would they be able to talk to their own hypothetical future daughters about periods? Or what about dealing with a full-blown period disaster? They do happen. Would they be comfortable buying pads or tampons at the store? This is a great opportunity to teach them about periods, that they are common, normal, natural, and that they will likely have to deal with them in some way throughout their lives. You're the a-hole. You're the a-hole. Sorry if it might be uncomfortable, but your sons need to learn that periods are normal and not disgusting. They might feel uncomfortable now because they are not used to see sanitary products, but if you teach them that it is a normal part of a woman's life and show them yourself that there is nothing to be embarrassed about, then they will probably get used to this. And yes, you absolutely cannot flush them. It might even clog your toilet. Moreover, dealing with this while they are teenagers will help them understand better their girlfriend later and much later their own daughters. I personally think boys and especially teenagers should be taught this kind of thing, and we should stop keeping periods taboo. This is how life and bodies work. Nothing to be ashamed of. Remember to subscribe and click the notification bell. See you soon. Love. Max.